All right, welcome to another episode of Law Dog Corvette. Today we're going to be talking about a radio. So right here you can see our center console in the 1974 C3 Corvette. All of our gauges, that was a previous video, all of our gauges are redone. And if we look at the back, we also have all of our lights completely done and our vents with windshield wiper control. And again, that was a previous video. We'll have a link right up here to those videos. All right, but there's a giant space right there, which of course we need a radio. Now, our 1974 Corvette had the AC Delco radio in it, and it was just garbage. Tried to actually save it, put some power to it. It was not going to turn on, and quite frankly, getting into those radios and trying to fix them is just was too much for me. So I didn't necessarily want to put a massive stereo system in the car, but what I did want is a stereo here that matched the original look. So we went with Custom Auto Sound. It's a company out of California, and they make specific radios for specific cars. This is the radio face that's going to match and have a perfect direct fit to your center console. Let's see, so we're going to just open the box right now and see what we have in there. And a warranty card and packing information, and looks like we have a directions bracket. Alright, looks like we have a wiring harness that's completely labeled. We have a aux-in to, we have, what's that, 3.5 to RCA cables. There's our knobs, and for some reason we have inner knobs and outer knobs. There we go. All right, so basically that's what the face is gonna look like. It's got the Corvette logo at the top, the preset buttons. It has the old style dial. But behind the old style dial is going to be LED screen. It's going to tell you what you're on. I've got the band, AM, FM, and then if you want to go auxiliary. On the back of it, you can see we have the antenna, a wiring harness, fuse that's already in there, so that's nice. So you can do a direct connect to the battery because it's already fused. And it looks like we have left and right RCA cables. That's aux in and line out, rear, front. So that's going to be for your subs. So it also already has pre-wired RCA cables out to subwoofers if you wanted it, or a amp if you wanted it. If you don't want to go with the amps or the subwoofer, I'm sure that this wiring harness sure enough it is. We've got a wiring harness for speakers. So they're all labeled, front left, rear left. So those are all your speakers. And this will be the wiring harness for your power. You're gonna have a auto antenna. We don't have an auto antenna, so we're not gonna worry with the blue wire. The yellow wire is probably going to be power to the battery. Yeah, power to the battery. That'll make sure that your presets remain preset. And then of course black is ground and red is going to be power on the accessory. And so pretty easy there. And I would imagine that this is going to fit in right there, and a white one fits in right there. So if you weren't going to run an amp, you'd hook those all to your speakers. If you were going to run an amp, you'd run your amp here and then hook your speakers to your amp. And of course, this is your antenna. It comes shipped with these little things, and basically it's just to make sure that these knobs don't get hit in shipping. But so basically you need to take those off, and they're just held on by these same screws that you'll use to put it on. So let's see what this looks like test fitted. So basically, and it needs a little bit of fix and finish, but basically that's what it's going to look like. And we'll put the knobs on, and once we get it hooked up here, then we're going to test it on the bench, make sure it powers up, and then it's ready to get put in. This center console is ready to get put in the car. So pretty excited about it. We'll check in with you a few minutes later and see what it looks like on the test fit, get the knobs on it, and then we'll put it on the bench, turn it on. So far, very impressed with this. You're looking at about $180, and that was shipped. It took about 2 weeks to get here. So far, really good looking product. We'll see what it sounds like. Again, I wasn't looking for a high-end stereo. I was just looking for something to basically fill this space and listen to some tunes. So, all right, we'll see where this look good takes us. All right, here's the radio installed. You do have to get back here and adjust these screws right here so you have your faceplate is flush. So if you just kind of adjust these back screws so you get a nice tight finish on this bezel, and then that will make this nice and tight. These knobs, this back knob does nothing. This back knob is just for show, doesn't do anything. This is on and off, and this is basically selecting whether it's tuning or if you go into a preset mode, and then this will be select up and down on the presets. So right now we're just going to bench test it and see what it looks like. All right, so we have the radio installed, we got the knobs on, and we have it ready to bench test. Just got a regular extra 12-volt battery, and these are your two power positive leads. In order to bench test it, you have to have the main power and the memory power connected. So we've got those connected. Obviously this is the ground. Over here we just got a regular little 4-inch speaker just to test it. And so we'll go ahead and ground this out. And then this should power it on. It's going to power on, and I'm on, I don't know if you can see that, we're on FM1, and then this will be the Seek. So it works. These are your presets, and this is your tuning, this is your volume, and then if you wanted to go into a sound mode, treble bass, you would push this button and it would come up with your sound mode. So it works, so that's great. So now we'll take it all apart and get it in the Corvette and then wire up some speakers finally. So far, really pleased with this product. I think the best thing I like about this product is the fitment. It fits perfectly, and so you don't have to do any cutting, and it's very simple to install. So thanks for watching. Put any comments below, I'll answer everything, and if you like this channel, please hit a subscribe button. Talk to you later, bye.